What? We live. Oops, I've apparently been sitting with it live for 8 minutes. On the starting screen. Okay. But
No
yeah,
worries.
I definitely used everything, and so now I have nothing for Fugway except a guarantee, and I'm like, oh, well, great, wonderful. I'm so smart. Kid you not, it was literally because I was sitting in bed with super goopy, sleepy eyes, and I thought I had clicked his light cone banner and not his banner, and I was like, that's weird. Why did I get well? And then I tabbed out and I was like, oh crap. Like, well, okay then. Because I was like, oh, I guess light's welcome. Wow, light's welcome. He's on. Oh my gosh. Can you I can't speak words.
The clock winds back to the start of the journey to Penacony. The Astral Express, upon invitation from the watchmaker, heads to a cosmic vacation spot, the Reverie Hotel, for a banquet. However, in this sweet dream paradise, they unexpectedly become entangled in two bizarre murder mysteries. A grand struggle for a legacy begins.
Ah, yes.
Numerous factions enter, one after another, acting in response to the situation. The family hosts also plot to capture the watchmaker with this opportunity and ensure the Charmony Festival takes place as scheduled.
It's fun hearing Stella narrating
A confrontation between the emanator of the Nihility, Acheron, and IPC representative Aventurine becomes the turning point of the entire event. The latter, through a grand death, shatters the family's lies and reveals the existence of the primordial dreamscape, Dreamflux Reef. The Express crew thus delves into the heart of the situation. Here,
Hello, Star. You want him to look at you that way? It was kind of malicious, though. I don't know. In that scene in particular, it was a little malicious.
Receive a glimpse,
which was part of his act. I'll give him that. But it freaked me out.
Their predecessors, everyone heads to the Penacony Grand Theater.
He kind of freaked me out for a while.
Yeah, same.
However,
and now he's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Sunday,
now he's great.
Family,
it took me a while to get there.
Yeah.
This great battle
he definitely made an interesting first impression for me.
The future of Penacony remains uncertain. However, thanks to the mediation of the crew, the family and the IPC agree to cede some of their interests and reach a consensus.
Welter Jingyuan.
Penacony regains the right to determine its own destiny.
I like the dads. Give me the dads.
In the very end, Sparkle makes a grand return with a startling
Sparkle.
This crisis is ultimately resolved.
That had some passive aggressiveness in it,
everyone
understandably,
receiving their own
but
best ending.
did.
The tragicomedy of the sweet dream comes to a close.
Cool. I didn't realize it was going to be voiced. I thought they were just going to give us a text document to read, so I'm glad that it was voiced and had, like, cutscene screenshots. Also, my game looks really jittery on my end. Okay.
Looks okay here.
Does it? Like when I'm walking around and stuff? I'm gonna turn that off and see if that helps. Well, that explains it. I would like things to not be on very high. Thank you. It's still jittery. The way she said sparkle sounded like sparkle. Yeah. Like she's like she's talking like a mean girl. I want to pull Jingyuan. I'm saving for a certain anniversary character. Ah. I pulled Jingyuan during his debut because I knew, like, right off the bat that I was going to be obsessed with him, and I mean, I just finished this today, so long game obsessed, I guess, because it took me forever, but I was also very upset with how, like, before the this artifact set, the Ash Blazing Grand Duke, he was like B tier-ish. The temptation to gamble hurts me. I have E1 S1 Sunday. Ooh, very nice. I only got him E0. I wanted to go for his light cone, but I really want Fugway, and then last night made a very, very oof mistake with about almost 60 wishes, I think, where I thought I was wishing on this banner, and I was wishing on this banner in the dark on my iPad. I will not make that mistake again. Now all my wishes are gone.
Doesn't allow me to serve you for
And I got a second well.
Amphorius.
Back to back, nice. That's how I got both Boot Hill and Fushuan on the same day, like within the same 20 minutes. I got them. I got double 10 pulls on both of them. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I forgot of the missing voice acting. Yeah, SP positive. I know. I'll get it one day. I really want Fugway, but apparently my tired brain last night couldn't logic and ruined that for me. There is no record of this world in the databank, not even a mention of its name.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said.
I am. I really
It's a
like the
world
Greek
hidden
aesthetic,
away
so
from
I'm
outside
very
observation,
excited. There's also quite a few
with a
characters in there
presence
that I
only
do
revealed by the
want.
light from the mirror of the Garden of
Yes,
Recollection.
very excited for the
It's
new
Yes.
mysterious,
region.
all right.
Yes.
You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
I
I have
don't
a
know. Sounds
list.
scary. Can we go somewhere else? I've been on the Express for nearly 2 years now.
Huh? Has it been that long?
Yup. There's no need to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us today to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Akavili didn't venture into, but a journey like that was only routine to the Express crew back then. After all, to trailblaze is to explore the universe's boundaries. I'm a Honkai Impact fan. Yes, yes. I haven't played a ton of Honkai Impact. I played Honkai Impact before Genshin came out, and I didn't play very much of it because the level locking, like, on the story got really annoying to me. But I have watched a good amount of lore videos about the Flame Chaser, so I am excited to see them. Alicia does look very cool.
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion too. They don't
Okay, Macaulay.
know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Nice, nice. Sure, I'll take care of it. That said, Pom-Pom usually stays out of discussions about destinations. The final decision will likely still be on us to make. In that case, we'd best take the time to think this over.
Yeah. Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem.
Is it gone now? Oof. Okay, the other problem is, I had a character, like a unit that I really liked. I cannot remember the name of it. I know it was a Rita unit. I don't remember the exact name. She looked very cyberpunk. She was in black and green, and she had a robot dog with a turret. I loved that unit. She had a scythe, she had a dog, like, favorite unit. And my account got very much reset. So I no longer have any of my units from when I played when I was 16. And it's upsetting. I also just have way too many games to play anyway, so I'm just kind of, I'm chilling on the genome. Wait, I don't know if I get what that means. Like, I know what a genome is, but in this context, I'm not sure. Can I vote no? Of course you can. For now, I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we're considering the Eternal Land as a possible destination, but we're also keeping our options open. Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it'd be good for us to take some time to make preparations for the journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can't find out more about Amphorius from our allies before we depart. Okay.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony
I
anytime
probably
soon.
should have realized that, but it is free, so... Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if I had pulled it or not. I know that there was, I think, another version of Rita I tried to pull. It might not have been Rita, but I think it was Rita, and she was like an ice skater, and she had the big, like, death guy with the scythe that she summoned, but he was wearing a suit, and I thought that was hilarious. So I really wanted it, but I missed it.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Tychean Stadium has been repaired.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Ice Artemis? Maybe. I don't know the names, so I can't really, like, confirm. I just know that, like, the demo, like, the demo play for it on the banner, you were in, like, an ice skating rink. That's what I remember. Whenever I've tried to look up pictures of it, it's really hard to find on, like, Pinterest, or, like, because I didn't know the name. But if it's Ice Artemis, then that's cool. I'm just a nerd. I mean, it's fine to remember stuff. I don't play the game currently, so it makes sense that I wouldn't remember. If you play it, then you'd remember. I remember stupid details about, like, all kinds of games that I've played. So I could also be considered a nerd about certain things. The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station. We've barely had any time to catch our breath. Let's take this as an opportunity to wrap up our vacation instead, and make the most out of this break. At this moment, people still haven't expected this vacation to be so fulfilling. They will witness the Grand Sancho War Dance, and during this moment of leisure, also complete. And those they will meet again include not only friends, but also foes. Could be drowned. I think it was Rita. If the Ice Artemis one is Rita, then Ice Artemis. Because I remember the short, kind of like dirty blonde hair that Rita has. Like the same haircut and everything.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show.
Penacony's always putting on a show.
I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Argentinite Artemis. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've seen it. I wonder if I have a picture saved of it on my Pinterest. Let me check. Let me check. Though I have combined my Honkai Impact. Like, I basically just used my Honkai Impact board as my, or section in my anime board as my Star Rail section, so it's probably buried very, very far. Let's see. Where is it? Pinterest is broken. There it is. Alright, time to scroll to the bottom. Keep going. Oh my gosh, it's gonna die. No, just scroll. It's like, it's trying so hard. That's fair, just focus on things like this. I like an answer to be found now. I agree. I want to know now too. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I saved so much to this freaking board that I've scrolled a decent way down and I'm still seeing like Boot Hill stuff, which means not that old of stuff. Okay. Oh, no, there's more Boot Hill stuff. Oh my gosh. I wish I could just like set it to just keep scrolling while I'm... You know what? I could set this to autoplay.
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious.
I don't know if
Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
I'm just gonna search my pins. Rita.
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there,
Okay,
each
yes, I
one
think
more
it
outlandish than the last.
Skin. I only found one image of it in my pins. Because it's not going to be able to find everything just by searching Rita.
The IPC had orchestrated everything, and what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident.
Guy, but he don't got a scythe. Yeah, I remember the one. It definitely
had.
What's
the lowdown?
At least I'm pretty sure it definitely had a scythe. I always like the characters with scythes, which is why it made me so upset that Arlecchino just did not fit my playstyle because I skipped her because of it. And also because I didn't want to have to pull her and her weapon when I wanted another character that was near her. Bright Knight Excelsis. No, it was not her. She's cool too, though. So's her son. Yeah, I think the Rita one is the one that I tried pulling for. I do also really like the Ice Queen Kiana. I don't know if that's the actual name, but I had that one as my icon on Discord for a bit. Which only a couple of my friends probably remember because that was so long ago, but
the truth
I just
has
really
probably
liked
been
that
long
one.
buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul seen him.
Are there multiple Kianas that have like an ice theme? She's got like a crown, and a lot of people have said that it's probably going to be similar to the Tsaritsa design. Or that the Tsaritsa design is probably going to be similar to it.
Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
It might be, yeah. I don't remember it being like its own unit, so if it's a skin, then that makes sense. I just mostly saw art of it. I don't think I ever actually saw gameplay of it.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
No, because now you can die in here.
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
Will you though?
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
No one recognizes him.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh,
Weary passerby.
do you recall when or where we might have met?
Sunday.
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
Chicken wing boy.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Why does the Harmony have a power of disguise?
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely
Wait,
on in Penacony
he
now.
detached his halo? Does he not have it as a
Only one you can rely
in the playable unit either? And I just haven't noticed?
What about her?
You just have to keep playing the story.
Okay. I did see something recently about people talking about if Hilovians could actually just casually detach their halos.
At least she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you.
Just run him over with a train, it's fine.
I've seen plenty like you. Eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
And of course the radio's talking about Robin. I can't run. Okay. We going yum.
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
Wow.
Well, you certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
No, I think.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly! Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
You know, she's really not beating the Lucifer allegations, going after a Hellovian, just symbolically.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting.
Oh no,
The
yeah,
sweet dream still
Jade
continues,
is
and
very
the night is still long.
suspicious, and
You have plenty of
She's
time
just
to
evil.
contemplate
Yeah.
your answer.
yeah,
She's
I have
just
lots of
Satan.
issues with the character. I do.
It makes me upset that I may have to get her for my my blade.
She
But
only
luckily
left me
my
with a
blade's
most
fine.
intriguing message before
right
setting me
now.
free. As for
I don't
whether
know,
can
another
afford
character
the
might
price
come
of my
out that
freedom,
power creeps
Yeah.
her.
I mean, Jing Liu already really helps Blade.
I'll only know when I find out what it
Actually,
is.
if what I heard is true, there's a few
But
characters in
nothing
Amphorius
good ever
that will
comes out of being
probably
in the IPC's debt.
have a somewhat similar thing with their mechanics as Blade.
Oh, okay.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
I don't know why I
For
always
now,
like
there's still some time before that
playing the
payment is
characters
due.
that
So why not
do
exercise
stuff to their
the
own
right to
HP in
freedom
order
that
to
I've
do
just
more damage.
regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
But Jing Liu injures everyone on the team with one of her abilities,
Mm-hmm.
which
Or
really
by
works for him.
making amends
He
for
causes
past
like he
deeds.
does his follow-up attack constantly because of having her on the team.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Sorry,
That
but
old.
park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment
I don't like that
works
I
are
just
currently
walked
underway.
slowly
Please come back again
and still
later.
missed part of the line.
That
Like, I don't
sounds
wanna
familiar.
Just stand still.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I need... Mr. 1 Week, please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr.
Mr.
Workday.
Workday?
He works for me. You don't know him?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
What does that
What
mean?
happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In
As a
hindsight,
child?
that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled. This place is no exception. The distorted after-echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes.
Be kind to birds. Do not discard trash in trash cans. Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt Troop while experiencing the trash. Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited.
no consumption of food except for burgers. What?
The
No
barfing guy is
consumption of
from
food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
Why are you trying to justify a rule that you made when you were a kid?
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't...
Ah. Huh. So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable
I know.
rule.
Compared to the other rules, this one's like, oh, okay, yeah.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Huh?
Oh.
Let's try that again.
The freaking sound effect.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you.
Rainbow barf. Yup.
How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
He told you not to eat it.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing.
He did tell you
Not when I'm the
not to
cause
eat
of all
it.
this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the
But
Dreamweavers.
that's
I'll fix
when
these distortions
sometimes you
once
really
and
want
for
to
all.
eat something.
Yeah,
When someone
but
says no to.
corrective measures will be taken.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now?
That's so dumb.
Please do
I
not
love it, but
use
it's dumb.
Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt Troop. The Dream Jolt Troop, where? Are they hiding or something?
Oh, hi. Okay.
Oh,
Puppy.
there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Doggo.
Just one moment.
Puppy.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
Sunday being just done with everyone.
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Sunday, you aren't gonna escape from the sass if you join the Express. The sass is constant.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough.
I thought we were just gonna fight it.
Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
No.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Cursor's stuck in the middle of my screen. Please stop. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, it's just broken. I can't freaking change it.
Nothing's off so
Somebody's
far.
got a cursor on his
Maybe we
back
should open
forever
the
now.
capsule?
You shouldn't have done that. Since warnings have proven futile, punishment is now inevitable. Uh-oh.
They can't be seriously going that far, right? No. Hey, look out!
Now we get to fight.
Feeling spiffy?
Conflict is pitiless.
No matter.
Heard the call. Wanna head down farewell.
Here is thunder.
I really like combat.
This mortal watch over you and guide you on your path.
Time.
No, Sunday gets anything.
Show no mercy.
I'm sorry, Jingyuan. My goodness.
No matter. Let's play for a while.
All the scrambled today.
Let's play. Can you find the answer? All things in this world, human creations.
Sunday's the only one looking in a different direction from everyone else.
Converge and awaken.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Not true.
Oh, did they have to
I
do
feel like
that?
most characters
Could
are
have just
looking to the
recalled the capsule.
left in their art.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Which, as an artist, I can say is because it is easier when you're right-handed specifically to draw a character facing left.
Ugh, aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
We're not breaking enough rules.
Do not discard trash in trash cans.
Why did you make that rule, Sunday?
This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
You. Oh my gosh. Why are you taking out of my inventory, Sunday?
Something's happening.
Uh-oh.
What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Enough. The location
wanna
of
get
the
kicked.
distortion is nearby.
I don't want to get kicked. I want to run. I'm gonna get kicked. Okay. Speed.
There it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
How does that make sense?
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Whoa. It worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
That would be somewhat traumatizing, I think, so yeah.
Never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure. What is it this time?
The lighting in this scene is suddenly so pretty.
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way.
I just realized
now.
I have not looked at Sunday's
This
facial
will be a
expressions
long farewell.
Oh,
in the
I
camera
don't think
menu.
I have either.
I know they probably won't do it, but I just really wish that in the shy one his wings covered his face. I have thought that like literally since we first saw him and Robin. I was like, please. And now that, especially now that we know that they can animate the wings because they have in some of their animations, come on. Please. Oops. Oh. Okay, let's look. That's gonna be him all the time. That's slight. Okay, the lighting that I'm in is not fantastic, but I can tell that there is a slight blush. I feel like those are both gonna be very common faces for him.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Hi? Well...
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
Oh. He doesn't know.
I'm fine.
That's what that. Okay, now I understand. Now I understand that one video. There was. Did you watch that video where it was like Stella and Sunday sharing a room on the Express and there's a bug? And Stella's like, "You're the man, you get it." And he goes, "Since when?" And it's the female Intellitron.
Oh.
I didn't get why it was a female Intellitron instead of just like Robin or something like that, but now I understand.
The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on.
Come on, Welt. Tell me you noticed. Yeah, he probably didn't, but...
Sweet dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Oh my gosh, you're such a dad. Okay. I think he does know, though.
Thank you.
His face was a little too serious for him to not know. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days.
It's been mostly chill.
Come
You
now.
were the something
It's time
terrible
we set
that was
off.
going to befall Penacony
Let's
prior
not
to
stick
that.
too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do. Seems I
If
let
we
my
go
wishful
and get
thinking
hit in
best
the
of me.
street now, will it actually
Will you
kill
at
us
least
this
give me a
time?
chance to explain?
Or do the cars stop like they do in like Bellabog?
I will,
I don't know.
but before I do,
But this part.
put your hands behind your back
Oh!
and answer my questions in
He
short
knew.
sentences.
He knew.
Yo, he's like, I have a black hole. I will use it.
Short
Well, you are
sentences?
so cool.
I love him.
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing
This is
any
great.
dangerous
Great art, too.
incantations.
Well,
I
he's
can't
got that
believe I've left
cane
everyone
right
with
there.
such
Like,
a
I would
peculiar
use this.
impression of me.
I can totally believe that you've left everyone with a peculiar impression of you. You literally cast spells on multiple people throughout the main quest line and in this quest. So I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
You
did
You
that.
were pretty bad. You were pretty
you-
bad.
You have no right to
I don't know what
question
you
why people
remember.
see you the way that they do.
Yeah.
Please,
I don't know what
believe
you
me when I
remember,
say that I
but
didn't come
you
back
were
here with
pretty
ill
bad.
intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
We found ourselves an ally. He's literally holding a cane with a black hole in it at my back.
So,
Mhm.
it was the IPC that freed you.
You might need to keep convincing him that you're an ally.
Yeah.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some
And
sort.
he
with
hasn't.
them. As for how
He
I'm
hasn't
able
killed
to
you
move
yet,
around
but that's just
freely in
because Walt's a nice
Penacony,
guy.
I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You're my
You have
new
my
kid. It's like that. It's like that. We're friends now. Or you're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later. Do 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 do. It's that. That's what's happening here.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Why would they have left the old man here?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Can't wait for their reactions. I'm quite upset that two of them are not voiced, but...
Well,
We're
one of the
here.
ones that's not
They
voiced is
should be
very
somewhere
barely
nearby.
in this at all.
Okay.
So, like, at least...
I'm assuming Don Hunt,
Mr.
because he never
Yang,
leaves the frickin' train.
If you don't mind,
Yeah.
there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has
And
been
even
averted,
with Himiko, it's not
shouldn't
too
the Astral
bad
Express
in
have
terms of how
departed to
big of a
continue
role
on its
she has in it.
trailblazing journey? Why have you and your
The worst one
companions
is
stayed
definitely
behind
the other
in
character
Pentagon?
that I mentioned.
Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
Ha ha ha. Sparkle.
And if that were indeed the case,
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
there's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
Yeah, I mean...
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart. Hmm?
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I wasn't even taking a drink.
It's one of those times that you choke on air. I've done that before.
Yeah, almost like I gasped and inhaled my own spit.
Yep, I've done that before.
Or these ladies?
Oh my gosh. What is happening?
This is just a normal day for the
What
Express.
in the world?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Yeah. Oh my.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never
I
fail
haven't heard
to
him
find
voiced in
their
so
way
long.
into the lives of organic life forms?
I love Skrulum. I think I literally haven't heard him voiced since, like, the Ratio quest. Neither did I expect to see you here in Penacony, Mr. Skrulum. I had assumed the Genius Society wasn't invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
I am sure if all you geniuses showed up to the Charmony Festival, things would have been very much different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madame Herta? The world beyond the knowledge of the Nameless, after all. I wrote to her hoping that the all-encompassing erudition would provide us with some information.
Could there be more to it?
Yes, there is something else. Miss Black Swan said Amphorius is a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right. So this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Eons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the Society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
Madame Herta said the same, but it did pique her interest, and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden of Recollection is behind it. She's always had a keen interest in the Remembrance's technology, after all. It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Ronmay's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Kalinga Abyss to bring a Leviathan's carcass back for our new friend. Speaking of her... This is far too much an understatement, but none of us ever expected to see an old friend at Miss Ronmay's.
That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
Yeah, a bond that truly runs deep.
So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to the Sanshou, considering her unique position with the Alliance.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Tingyan better anyway. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. They're probably having a wonderful time now. I don't know about that.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead? She knows how to present things logically.
Does she? I love Stella, but does she? I'm gonna have to break that stereotype you have of me.
Not now. Of all times.
How many times have I explained anything logically?
Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us
Of course.
giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
We failed the challenge terribly. I still wanted more candies. Behold the Laughing Maniac, March 7th.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So we had some candy, and we're so
I want an
happy we
anime
rolled around on the
of
ground
Star
for a bit
Rail, dude.
before
Just for
standing up.
Stella, honestly.
But once we did, we realized Miss Ting-Yun ate the candy too, but she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Ting-Yuns right in front of us.
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves.
Hey, that's how dissociative identity disorder works.
There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who's this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
Why is the voice so creepy?
1 week?
No. The Intellitron.
Oh.
It's been a while, everyone.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes more
buddy.
sense. I was gonna say, One Week's voice is cute.
No, I like 1 week's voice. No, the Intellitron, like, I like it, but it was really creepy sounding.
You.
Why would you question Mr. Yang's loyalty?
Yeah.
I almost want to click it just for the chaos.
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
Doesn't even react to being accused of treachery.
No.
He's just used to it.
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony.
Even in the bathroom.
Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
Yes. And I'll do it again. Please give me a line to say something. Ah, none of these are there. No, it was a team effort.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yoon to her normal self.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yoons aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my gosh, there's so many! Why are there so many of them? Oh my gosh, and there's even more over there!
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
I want to clone copies of myself too.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Always use my bat. I have a hat too.
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the Eye of the Storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape,
Well, your fingers are in Sunday's arm.
Fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting-Yuns here.
You can't just talk to any one of them. Okay. Find a Ting-Yun that is easy to Oh, flower? Oh my
That
gosh.
sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point, too.
She sounds so creepy in that one.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Ting-Yuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that
Oh,
way?
you're...
Took a leaf out of
Okay,
this
she's not doing
Foxy
it now.
girl's
For a
book.
second, it was funny because your model... Oh, wait, she's doing it again.
What?
It looks like she's getting the Ting-Yun neck snap.
Oh no!
She did it one side and then she did it the other, and it kind of like stuck there for a second. Okay, now it's
I'm
moving
doing
more
it on
funny.
purpose right now, but... Ow.
Okay.
Now I
Yeah,
want
it
to
was just
actually
funny
crack
that
my
it
neck.
was just kind of like stuck there for a minute.
The
And it's
problem
like,
with Miss
oh.
Ting-Yun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Ting-Yuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Ting-Yuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her.
I wish they all had names, but...
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are even walking around. She's selling stuff. Sleepwalking Ting-Yun?
I'm walking in the street and... what a weird dream.
This Miss Ting-Yun looks like she's sleep.
Money grubber Ting-Yun.
Why do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her?
Invincible fan wielder Ting-Yun.
Yikes! She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her.
Kitty.
Huh? You can't fly? Why? I can. I can fly. A long, long time ago, a big girl flew with me really high into the sky. I'll take you next time. Pinky promise? Should we get someone to
Someone babysit
watch over
her.
her?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient than you can imagine.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply to her.
Weird. Okay. Did I miss one?
Oh,
this
were
way.
you all looking for me?
Hi. Oh, hold on. I want to go see if there's more up here that I can talk to.
Once again, another movement in the has passed golden hour by. And that's...
Oh, were you all looking for me?
Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyun's trait is...
It's nothing special, really.
So this is also a side of Miss Tingyun.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start...
Not what I expected
you should know
him
that
to
we're
call her,
keeping our
but
eyes on
okay.
you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyun hostage...
Know that there are 4 pairs of eyes between the 3 of us. What does that mean?
Means all of us are watching you, including someone else.
Brace yourself for
apparently not counted as
gravitational
right.
disintegration. I like this one though.
I
my
feel like I
intention
need
to
to see
provoke you.
more of a comic
Perhaps,
between
as
like
assurance,
Sunday and
we can have my
Stell
friend here perform the task in
interacting
my stead.
because she's so chaotic.
has
I
a
don't
higher
know if he
mastery
knows
of
what
the
to do
harmony
with
than
her.
I do.
Honestly.
Exactly. I need more.
I just feel like she's gonna confuse him.
And if they do have to share the freaking room because it's so big, then that's gonna be interesting. Sunday wakes up one morning and the whole room is rearranged in a completely nonsensical manner.
What if she drags him and like still clothed, but what if she drags him and tosses him in the bathtub and puts in like the
I'm trying to boost your
weird-
stats. He's like, what
yeah,
do you mean?
the Jiaotro spicy stuff.
Yeah.
Sunday just wakes up and it's like he's marinating.
Yep.
Some kind of hot pot.
How did I get here? Stella,
I can't share a room with this one anymore. I think she's trying to kill me.
Yep. Stella just constantly trying to explain that she's trying to boost his stats, and he's like, what does that mean?
Great.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
He may be a villain, but he's a gentleman as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to find Molly's reaction to the My Lady part. I guarantee she absolutely lost her mind. Is Fantilia still in her?
Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Don't never mind. Oh. Not expecting a full cutscene right there. I was like, maybe an image.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Oh.
Ma'am?
Ma'am?
You're finally back!
Ma'am? Ma'am. Miss Ma'am.
You may be small, but you're pretty amazing.
Huh? He kind of messed up though. He literally told y'all that he heard a voice.
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
Are you sure? The music is so creepy.
I'm sure it's fine.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself.
Why
This
would we
girl is
need to
not
worry
as
about with
ordinary as
any
she appears.
lingering trauma with either one of these characters?
Mm-hmm.
I nearly died. Just now.
Oh. Please tell me he didn't actually. Voice emerged, resonating like that.
Don't be afraid.
What? Oh, oh. I dislike this.
What is this place?
No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Who?
You don't find that person's
you?
voice comforting?
Not at all, because it's Ronme,
How-
but...
How odd. I thought everyone liked her voice. After getting to know her, I mean.
Yeah.
And who am I?
I know she makes me feel better. In a
Yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein kind of way.
Okay, do you think this would be a good point to take a break, run to the store really quick, and then come back?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go farther.
Okay.
I'm also gonna go get food, so.
Gotcha. Alright, well, I am going to be back in maybe 20-ish minutes. I'll just say 20 minutes.
Okay.
Alrighty. Wop. Okay, I will talk to you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye-bye.